Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are here from Naked and Famous Denim, and we are broadcasting to you live from Yokohama, Japan, the international headquarters of Naked and Famous Denim. And today we're going to talk to you guys all about all things raw denim related, denim related, denim related, denim related. A little bit of pants, tops, jackets, off topic, rants, coffee.
All right.
Coffee. So those are the things you can look forward to in this live stream, in addition to a delicious snack time at the end. So if you want to learn all about those things, you know what to do. Stick around all the way to the end of the video. But before we get started, everybody, hit that like button. Let's get those likes up early on in the video. So start your day, hit that like button, and we'll get into everything. But first, we'll talk about our sponsor here, which is Naked and Famous Denim. Surprisingly, the Naked and Famous Denim channel is sponsored by Naked and Famous Denim. We probably make things, jeans, shirts, jackets, and of course these mugs, cups, whatever you want to call them. A great vessel for storing your beverages. And in this case, we are beveraging on some coffee this morning. So we hope that you guys are enjoying whatever beverage you're having. In many parts of the world, it might be evening time, but it is the morning time for us. So we are getting ready for the day with our Naked and Famous Denim made in Japan milk glass mugs. If you haven't got one already, you know what to do. All right, let's check in with the chat. Of course, we've got a lot of familiar faces here. We got Johnny Crumhorn. Good to see you, my friend. Topher Cobra. Happy Friday from sunny California. I'm rocking my trusty Firebirds today. Nice. A great denim. BD, good to see you, producer. Hello. Elephant 12s today. What's your favorite series of jeans?
Series.
That's a good question. We'll get to that one in just a minute. So, favorite series. We're going to remember to answer that one. Rice W5, hello from Birmingham, UK. Canadian Penny, saw some well-worn Firebirds a week ago. They felt so much softer than I imagined. It's that
Firebirds.
Yeah, it's that loose weave slubby denim. That's gonna wear down very nicely. Shank Style checking in from Sydney, Australia, wearing Japan Heritage black jacket in perfect jacket weather. I just washed it, but I haven't noticed any unsanforized twisting. Does arm twist happen for jackets?
It should.
Yeah, it will happen. It'll get you. Don't you worry. It'll get you. But yeah, being in Australia, you're probably headed into the fall right now, which is perfect jean jacket weather. Canadian Penny, how are the fades coming along, BD? I guess you got to follow BD on Instagram to find out. Nicholas Vilpu, good to see you. Good morning. Happy Golden Week. It is Golden Week here in Japan. The most golden of weeks, it seems.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Though we haven't had any time off. We're hard workers, and we don't celebrate birthdays, and we don't get sick, and we don't take holidays. That's what we're Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, well, we do celebrate birthdays, though.
This much. Stephen Kopacam, I'm also rocking my Elephant 12. We got an Elephant party in the chat today, it seems. Cameron Smith, hell yeah. BD, Canadian Penny just starting to appear in some spots. So we've got some little chats going on in the chat. The Black Buddha, hello, you guys. Coming in from New York City and rocking the blanket-lined kimono.
That's a nice one.
On a chilly evening. Right on. Is it still chilly in the Northeast?
I'm sure at night.
Yeah. The boys on This Week at Tate and Yoko were all wearing denim jackets. And I'm presuming it's been a little bit chilly out there still. And like we're getting into May now. You'd think Mother Nature would take a break. It's getting warmer out here in Japan, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's in many ways, it feels like summer weather.
Yeah. I mean, it is Golden Week. This is like the first big holiday to start going to the beach. Probably not to swim.
Yeah.
But,
at least hanging out there.
Weather, wear t-shirts.
All right. Well, let's touch on the question that our good friend BD started us off with, and that is, what is our favorite series? The favorite series. So, Japan Heritage, Okayama Spirit, Elephant, Color Core. What do we got here? That is always, anytime somebody asks me a favorite, it is always a difficult question. I'm gonna go with horror series. I like the horror series of Denim. I'm a horror movie guy. I love horror movies, and I like working on these collaboration genes in general. So I'm going to go with horror series. So what do we got? We have Toxic Avenger, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and the upcoming Michael Myers Halloween Denim.
And we had Elvira.
Who could forget Elvira? Only this guy could. But I shouldn't have. Elvira was a fantastic addition to that series as well. So a lot of iconic characters in that world. Invis Ian's right. Michael Myers teaser today. I don't have it. I don't have the gene here.
Yeah, we don't have the gene here. But did we show off some of the artworks?
Yes, we have, but we can show it off again in case some people haven't seen that already. Jacob Harris writes, is Toxic Avenger really horror? I'm gonna go with it's horror. It's a creature feature, body transformation monster. I mean, he was a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength.
I would say maybe like a horror comedy.
Definitely horror comedy world. But I would put him in there with in that realm. I have no problem putting him there.
It's such a weird category because I did not know about category horror comedy, which I thought it was like, very, I don't know, weird category because I never considered horror to be like, those light-hearted, kind of like a suspense, maybe, like a weird creature or killer kind of things, to be horror.
I see.
For me, I grew up thinking horror is something that has to be scary.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to look at that, but still, I put him in the horror category. So that's my favorite series. What is your favorite series?
Okay, so I don't know. This is because that's not even a series, right? Like, it's not in a series. It's in like
the horror series is a series.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a series.
Okay, well, each one seems very different.
Yeah, they're very different, but they're following a theme of there's some horror, film, that's binding us all together there.
I mean, I don't know. I would say Kasuri series. Like, I've always liked, we started off with like, just regular Kasuri. Was it Stretch Selvedge at first?
I don't remember if it was Stretch Selvedge. At first.
Yeah, later on we did Stretch Selvedge.
Yeah.
We did the different shades of Kasuri, which is just, a gradient warp yarns that are like just, it wasn't always like random, but it was just different shades of indigo or different shades of gray or black and snowy Selvedge land. We did the gray and it came out really well. So I don't know. I think that one's special to me because one, we made Snowy Selvedge out of the Kasuri series.
Yep.
And then also it was a cool thing. And I would even consider putting Japan Heritage Kasuri in that series, because Kasuri is just like a name that we assigned for yarns that are dyed in gradation, I guess. So, we experiment with that kind of weft too, which was really cool. don't know. If I were to pick something, maybe that's it.
Snowy,
I'll probably change my mind after.
what is your favorite series of denim?
Of course,
Just a Snowy Selvedge. That's it. So
Cat Selvedge.
that's the most famous
series.
cat in the realm of raw denim is Snowy right here. He's the only cat
Yeah.
with his own denim.
But I would say cat series is a series because we used to do a lot of cat shirts.
That's
And
true.
We made a lot of them.
That is
We
true.
don't do them anymore
Mm-hmm.
so much, but
But you may be surprised with what's coming for
there's
Spring Summer 25.
yeah.
We have
It's
it-
been a long break, but we're bringing back cats into our collection.
That's true. I want to give you guys a little preview before Snowy steps on our keyboard and ruins the entire stream of some Halloween details, and we're going to take a look at the Pocket Flasher. So this is the full color Pocket Flasher Michael Myers. This is all drawn for us, custom by our good friend Andy Belanger. He's a great comic book artist from Montreal and professional wrestler. Just it's great to talk to him about wrestling and horror movies and artwork. He's such a great guy and did an excellent job on the Pocket Flasher. Let's see if I can zoom in here. You guys can get a little bit of a better look at all the details. So you've got Michael Myers here looking pretty ominous is the right word, maybe? Anyways, he's very scary, that's for sure. And he's coming to get you. The boogeyman is definitely coming to get you here. You got that awesome pumpkin here in the background as well. So this artwork is going to be reflected on the leather patch. So we're going to have a veg tan leather patch, and it should look a little bit something like this. This is just a mock-up, but we're going to have that patch made up real soon. So, you know, of course, you're going to have the stitch down all on the sides, but I think that's going to look really fantastic with the denim. And on the pocket bags, we're going to have like a very kind of rough-looking screen print of Laurie and Michael on the pocket bags. The print is supposed to be very gritty in tone, so it's not going to be like ultra detailed in any way. It's supposed to kind of look like it's broken and cracked and all that stuff. So
it's supposed to look like old newspaper picture prints.
Right. So that's the idea here. So this is again just some mock-ups, but that's what you can expect. And also the denim is going to be kind of this indigo green color. It's based off Michael's like work jumper outfit, because in the movie technically it's navy, but in the film, depending on the lighting, it kind of looks like green or navy. So like there was some contention as to like what color that uniform was, so I wanted to actually make it a mix of both. So I think it's gonna come out pretty good.
In my head, it was actually kind of like this color.
Yeah, but it depends. In the movie, there's just so many different lighting scenes where like this color can look green under a certain light. Right. So it's a nice mix of both. So I think it's gonna be a really fantastic denim for everybody to enjoy, especially if you are a horror fan, a Michael Myers fan. So that's coming out this Halloween. Halloween for Halloween. How appropriate. Joy Decay in the house. Good to see you, my friend. He writes, dang, I finally made it to the live stream and I got a union meeting. Much love to Bahzad and Risa and all my denim nerds. Well, thank you very much for making an appearance here, Joy. Good to see you. We've got a lot of excitement for Snowy showing up here. Canadian Penny, that flash shirt would sell well as a poster. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know if we're allowed to sell posters. But maybe we should make some stickers.
Maybe.
That way we can hand them out with purchase. Look at this rocker writes, was he the one that did the Halloween comic a while ago? It was from Chaos Comics. I don't know about that. Perhaps, but look him up. Andy Belanger. Okay. Jeremy Didson writes, checking in just in time for the goodies. You definitely came in at the right time. And Pour Pro, or Pour, I'm going to screw that up, but you know who I'm talking about. Knife pocket embroidery. There won't be pocket embroidery for the Halloween denim. So we're going to forego the pocket embroidery, but you will get a double screen print pocket bags for this one. And yeah, there you have it. Okay. There you go. Jordan, is Dirty Fade, Double Dirty Fade a series? They're my favorite. I'm gonna go with it's a series now. Once it's got more than one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or like
left hand twill. There's a lot of iterations of the left hand twill at this point.
Yeah. Like those like off of like core fabric.
Like offshoots.
Spin. Yeah. So those are kind of fun.
Double Dirty Fade. What else? Have we done anything else with the Dirty Fade before? I don't think so.
No.
We should do a black weft version. Like we've done the indigo black left hand twill. I think it's time that we do an indigo black Dirty Fade. That could be kind of cool.
Maybe.
One day. We got a lot of days ahead of us, so these things will eventually happen. Okay. Porpo. There we go. I know you guys said you were moving away from them, pocket embroideries, but they make me love my Friday the 13th so much. I might start doing some embroidery myself. Well, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you want to customize your jeans, you are very welcome to do so. But yeah, we forgotten the embroideries on this one.
But I remember the Freddy one was a great embroidery.
Right.
I really liked it.
The scratch.
Yeah. As well as the Street Fighter's Akuma.
Yes.
That looked so good.
That really looked great. There was somebody DM'd me the other day. I forget. I'm sure I can look it up, but they were like, "Oh, I have a pair of Akumas, brand new. I haven't worn them." I guess he wanted to check in with me before he put them on like a resale site. I guess he just never wore them. Maybe they just you have a pair of jeans for so long, at some point they don't fit. And he was like, "Do you need them for the archive?" I'm like, "No, we got them, but put them up. Somebody's going to want those. Somebody is going to want those. So put those up somewhere. You're going to sell them, and you're going to make somebody very happy." So I don't know where or when they will post them, if they've already posted them or not, but there might be a floating Akuma out there in the world. If you're watching this video, person with the Akuma denim, maybe make yourself known in the chat, either in the chat or in the comment section later on, and post a link to those jeans. Maybe someone here in the audience would like to grab that pair from you. Jeremy Dixon writes, a brand new pair sold on Mercari like a few weeks ago. It was sick. Sorry, I was sick. You were sick because you missed out on them? Don't get too sick over that. But yeah, things pop up all the time. You know what popped up the other day? Somebody messaged us. Somebody sent us an email, and they were like, "What's the deal with these coveralls? They have like some Naked Famous Denim like snap buttons, but
it wasn't snap buttons.
They were
snap buttons.
I think they were snap buttons. Anyways, whatever. They had some Naked Famous Denim buttons on them, and
I think it was jean buttons.
I don't think so. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. They're like, what's going on with these? Because they don't have like a Naked Famous Denim tag on them. I don't know anything about these. I didn't know you ever made a coverall. What's going on here? And they had a Barney's New York tag on them, so they're still new with tags. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I was trying to remember like from what season those were from. And I turned to Risa. I'm like, do you remember when? And she's like, Oh yeah, that was from the Russell Westbrook
I
collaboration.
did not even see
Yeah.
the Barney's tag.
Oh.
I saw the coverall and the close up of the fabric, and
Yeah.
I knew it instantly. 'Cause
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
I just
you
remember.
handled the archive a lot in Montreal when we
Yeah,
were
there's
still there.
one that's hanging there. That was like the only thing that's so long that
Yeah.
it has to hang off the edge. But
So there was this Russell Westbrook. Hold on, I think I have a picture, not a great picture of it, but I can show you guys here. Hold on a secondino. Yeah, I mean this is not the greatest photo. It's a pretty lame photo, but so let's take a look at it. So this was the Russell Westbrook. I don't know why they called it XO. Maybe he kisses Barney's New York. But anyhow, Russell Westbrook, Barney's New York collection. And this was a collection that I guess he curated, helped design with Barney's New York. So it wasn't necessarily a Naked and Famous Denim like collab. It was a Russell Westbrook, Barney's collab, but we did the production for it, and we made all this middle row is what we made. This looks like Marcello Burlone, and I don't know who this is, but this was the coverall. This guy right over here. So we made a jean, we made shorts, we made this shirt. We also made like a short sleeve knit T-shirt. It's like a slim crew that was a little bit longer and short sleeves. But yeah, we made this, and I don't think we made too many of them. And I guess he found one out there hanging out in the wild, and it was like a sashiko fabric, very drapey, very nice. But it was the only coverall I think we ever released. I think we ever released. Yeah. So sometimes things are out there in the wild. They float around. Okay. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Bands Nabs writes, "Hi, I'm new to Selvedge. If I get both light and dark pairs, do they both eventually fade to light blue with wear? Thank you." Well, yeah, the answer is yes. It's just that one will get there a lot sooner than the other. So if you've got a dark indigo pair, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to that light blue than it would be to start something that is maybe a mid blue or a lighter blue. Eventually, you will get there. Now, that really depends on you and how hard you wear those jeans. I will say that the percentage of jeans that I've seen in the wild that go from like the most dark to the lightest shades of blue, probably less than 2%.
like naturally get there, I don't think it's. I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's not realistic in like current days. Like most people are not like sweating their butts off. In the wild every day. And like another thing is that like back in the days where like people wore jeans from literally from
Morning
the
till
darkest to the destruction. Those were like handed down to people also. It's not just like one person wearing it every day. Sometimes you outgrow it and give it to your brother or like your son or things like that. So it's I think it's very, very challenging to get there naturally.
Yeah.
Now you can always have the a little
flavor enhancer.
Yes.
Washing them a little more often, maybe a little bit of bleach, a little more detergent. Maybe hanging them out in the sun. The sun will definitely help color that denim a little bit. But yeah, if you want to get to the lightest of light shades, it's gonna be it's a big task. You can get there, but most of us, what I find is we don't always get all the way there. Maybe we get 50% of the way there, and then we fall in love with a new jean, and then we start fading that jean.
Or you outgrow them.
That's I know about that. So you can, but we'll see. So it all depends on you. Yeah, long road ahead. But welcome to the Selvedge world, my friend. Welcome. Okay. Goyo Bowser writes, have you guys ever considered vests? Fits the workwear vibe, and you've got great canvases and denim to do different front and back panels, like duck canvas back and turmeric denim front. Cheers. Vests. I don't really... Here's the thing. I just find that I don't see too many vests in the wild, right? I can appreciate a good denim vest. I just don't see them very often. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I have a couple personally, just like some vintage ones, but yeah, I think the fact that I don't see them out there kind of prevents me from wanting to pursue that. Sometimes you get the request, and I'm like, just take the denim jacket, cut those sleeves right off, and you've got yourself a denim vest. That oversized on top of a leather jacket on your motorcycle, that's a good look. We had some staff members who were bikers who would do that. But yeah, I'm not.
Or like over a tank top with the big muscle
you got
arms.
get jacked up. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, we don't make the same reason why we don't really make shorts. You know, it's like there's not enough demand for it.
Right.
And if you'd like, you're more than welcome to alter the items that we make. But
yeah.
Canadian
Penny writes, fit checks, Risa and Bahzad. Let's you know what? Let's do the fit check. So I'm gonna start here. I've got my Army HBT chore coat. I love this jacket. I wear it a lot. Look at that great texture here. I've got the Wonder Looper double heavyweight t-shirt here in the heather gray. My solid black Selvedge Easy Guys. They're coming along nicely. They're much. I don't know if it really picks up on the camera, but they are a lot more faded than it looks on camera here. And I've got my new G-Shock here as well. The titanium G-Shock, the MRG 5000. I just bought this bad boy, so I'm very happy with that guy right there. Risa, what do we have on today?
I got a camp color shirt in linen, French linen, which is an amazing fabric. It is such a nice drapey, soft fabric. I have Snowy on my lap. Underneath, I have trusted Bahzad's Strong Guy Nightshade, even though I can't show it to you. It's super oversized on me, and it's pre-softened and faded for me.
Yeah, back up a little bit. People can get a good view of the Snowy accessory here. So yeah, Snowy has decided that he is going to be hanging out, and he is. So there you go.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna bother him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have those things. I'm also matching Bahzad with mine is a much less fancy version of the G-Shock.
Yeah.
But
She's got the baby G.
yeah, it's all black.
All blacked out. So G-Shocks. G-Shocks here. Big fans of the G-Shock, that's for sure. You know, it was Terry that really... Terry was a big inspiration in this G-Shock journey. You know, I remember when I was younger, I used to buy, payday would come around, I'd get a new G-Shock because they weren't that expensive. You know, I'd go to the Bay on Bloor and Yonge, and payday would come around and I'd buy a new G-Shock. You know, it'd be like $80, $100, something like that. Nothing too expensive. They'd have some Bay Day discounts, or G-Shocks 25% off, whatever it is. And so I had like a drawer full of them. And then for a while, I just stopped wearing watches. I just hated anything on my wrists, except I don't know. I would go through phases where I'd wear a lot of like bracelets and chains, and like there was one point where I would just. I in high school I used to wear a lot of bracelets, and then I stopped, and then I was wearing like watches, and then I was wearing like bracelets and knickknacks. My wrists used to just be covered in like khalkhalash. It was just garbage all over my wrists, like every color of bracelet, every stone ones and whatever, just a bunch of beads, and then I'm like, forget it. off with these, and then just bare wrists for a while, bare wrists, and then Terry was just like showing his G-Shock every week, and I'm like, man, I love that watch. Such a good watch. And so I started wearing mine, and then I started just buying more again. And then once you get in, if you guys know me, once I'm into something, it's not going to end until you get to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, like, because, we have so much more options in the secondhand market, like, you have, like, you can just browse what other people have really, like, very easily from the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go to a store. I mean, like, if you want a brand new one, you have to go to a store. But, yeah, you have way more options. And I have to say, because you've grown from the time that you were just browsing at the Bay, that you have a little bit more, refined taste.
Yeah, but they also make cooler ones since then, right? So it was all like, rubber and whatever, but no, they have like all metal, they have carbon fiber, they have the titanium, they have so many options, like
they
from
have, like,
every
smart
price point.
watches
So,
right?
they make a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, now I feel weird not having a watch on because I'm I'm always checking the time. I'm just constantly checking the time because I'm like, okay, my day is very like, I need to do this by this time. So I'm always checking the clock. I'm like, okay, I got 10 minutes to do this thing. I got 15 minutes to do that thing. I got an hour before I have to start doing that. So just having a trusty watch has been very useful for me. I used to think, well, why should I wear a watch? I have a phone. I have my phone on me all the time. But I don't know. I just I like having it.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you don't have to pull out your phone to check the time.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I like. And also, if you witness something, you know the precise time.
Precise moment.
Yeah.
That atrocity happened at 8:34 a.m. Somebody's asking for like the kind of bracelets I was wearing. Livestrong. I actually never wore a Livestrong bracelet. I never wore those gummy bracelets. I wasn't into those. As you say, a bracelet for every cause was quite the trend.
Right.
I never wore any of those. For me, it was like I wore a lot of beads and like stringed bracelets.
There was we still have a ton of capsule bracelets
when
from the trade show days.
So the trade show days, oftentimes you go to a trade show and they give you like some kind of badge, but
or like a kind of like a club entry, like it's like tape.
It's like a fabric tape bracelet.
Yeah.
They were awful because you couldn't take them off, and.
But your show goes on for like 3 days, so you can't cut it.
Yeah.
You're not given another one.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
But Capsule, which was the trade show that we used to go to, you've heard us talk about it, a little bit in the past. Very, very cool trade show. They would make these really beautiful beaded bracelets, and they would have different colors for like every show. So because we had done, dozens and dozens of these shows, I just amassed so many of these bracelets, and it was something that I felt like you wanted to keep because they were neat. So I would just I would wear kind of all of them at one point, and
I want to start wearing them.
Yeah,
again.
I have a bag full of them.
Yeah,
I think they're really nice.
Because it's like in the summertime, I used to wear some bracelets too, and like I didn't like wintertime because you couldn't really wear them or like show them, and it's like you don't have the point of wearing them because nobody's gonna see them. And then like in the summertime you get to wear bracelets as part of outfit.
Right.
So now it's the time to restart, I guess.
That's it. Just dress up your wrists, everybody. Shang Style. Last year I picked up a G-Shock Cassie Oak model, which is so versatile. I even wore it with some suits to work. Yeah, absolutely. The Cassie Oak model is definitely a little bit dressier, and some of those all-metal ones look really cool, too. Nicholas Vilpu, what's your favorite watch/Grail watch?
Grail watch.
Grail watch. I have a couple of watches. I kind of tend to... I'm not the kind of guy who wants some crazy, stupid $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 watch. Like, I actually don't... I don't want them. right? Maybe to a small degree, like there's an Omega like Snoopy that I want, but like I don't want to spend that much money. If I came across one, somehow an angel dropped one on my lap, I would be like, this is wonderful, this is great. But like I'm not spending $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a watch. That's not gonna happen.
Seems like a lot.
It's just like my cap is like $3,000, right? Like that's the cap. And like I bought an Omega X33 for around that much, and I like digital watches. I prefer them, in fact. So I have a lot of digital watches, and that's why I really liked this one, because it just kind of matched like high spec in terms of finishing and production with a digital watch. So I really like this. And if they make like a gold, like this is as gold, I like when they have like the gold LCD. I like it when they do that. So if you can see it, this one has like a regular color one, but if they ever made a gold LCD version of this with titanium finish, that would be my grail watch at this point. But Snoopy Speedmaster is on there. I would like to have a Z33 Omega Mars timer. I would like, there's a Z33, I think they call it the Skywalker edition. Those are on there, and then just more, like those are like fancy watches, but like as far as other watches that I'm really into, it would be more vintage Casios and vintage G-Shocks. Like there's a G-Shock, it was like the second model where they have, it says like low, it was designed for low temperature, like an LCD that was designed for like low temperature. And like every now and then I see one on an auction site, and they're from like the 1980s. And so very few and far between are still in existence, and like they're always fetching like, big dollars for a, it's more of a collector's item, not exactly a luxury or functional. It's not based on that. It's just basically based on the scarcity. But yeah, I'm the Grail watches for me are a couple of Omegas. If they make more of these, and then just rare watches, rare vintage watches that I would like.
Yeah, like the other day when we went to see that store with a lot of rare watches, it was amazing. It's like they have some very, very interesting design watches, and they're like cool. Not necessarily like, I mean, there are funky ones, but not necessarily funky, but like they're different, and they're like so. I don't know. Yeah, I was very impressed. With the amount of...
I'll Google it for you, but this one is also one that I would really like. I want the original one. So let me show it to you. So there's this watch right here. This is the remake of this one. This is the original one from the 80s. This was like I think it might have been 2012, which they reissued it. But you can see there's a little bit of a difference, like on the dial here. It doesn't have the buttons. I would go with either one of these. I really, really would like this. And I have one in all black. So I have an all black one, so I'm very happy to have an all black version of it, but I would like to have the silver one in the mix as well. So that's another watch I would really like to have.
Yeah, but there's definitely like beauty in like, things that you can wear daily without like worrying about like, kind of like banging it on something and scratching it or something like that. Like I just want to be able to wear it and not worry about, like, I want tough watches.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's the beauty of, maybe G-Shocks and all kinds of like more casual watches.
Yeah. I want to be able to wear something where I'm not too worried about hurting it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Arif writes, my everyday wear is an Omega Planet Ocean 600 meters. My grail is the Omega Physician's watch. Well, this one does like 200 meters, and I'm like, when am I going down 200 meters? Sometimes like it's kind of interesting, like, because they make these dive watches that are like super.
But this one goes to 200 meters without anything.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Right. This probably goes 100 meters. The one that you're wearing.
Interesting. All right.
But going down. I mean, I don't plan on going in a submarine.
No scuba diving.
No.
But I don't think you. Yeah.
You wouldn't go 200 meters, right? So this is really for people who are like, adventurers. Mm-hmm. It's neat. I like it. It's kind of like, I like the overkill. Like I have a Omega watch, the Z33 Space Master, and it was designed for astronaut use. And like it has like these giant buttons on it because it's designed that like, if you have a giant space glove, you can, press the buttons easily.
Yeah.
But it's like no one is going to need this.
But it's like the cars, right? Like nobody's going. Well, not nobody, but like you're not going. You as a person who are buying a car would not go 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But you don't want to buy a car that doesn't go.
Yeah. Yeah. Arif writes, but the possibility is there. That's right. The possibility is there. Look. I'm all for it. Spec it out. Go crazy, right? I'm all for it. But sometimes I do find it, I'm just like, 600? Like, they're like, we engineered this for like, you can go to the center of the earth and the metal won't even melt. And it's like...
That's great, though.
Yep.
It's great to know.
Yes. When the earth eventually explodes, this will be the last remaining vestige of humanity.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know because you can't test it.
No. I guess that's true. You can't get a refund for that.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that sometimes annoys me on a watch, where it's like the date only goes to 2099, and I'm like,
that's.
And I'm like, I know it's a ways away.
Like I understand that when the age was like 1940 and they didn't think about 2000s or whatever. But like now, I feel like you should have thought of this.
Yeah, especially on a digital watch. I'm like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just include it.
Yeah, just do it. Right?
Likelihood of that making to that year is very low.
Right.
But
I plan on making it to then and beyond. I just do.
Okay.
It's not that far away. There's a possibility with the modern medicine and technology that I do make it to then. And if at the very least they put my head in a jar and I'm floating around and I'm just a floating head like in Futurama, even though it wouldn't have any wrists, I would still like to have my wristwatch tell me the proper date. So someone in the future is going to have to figure this out for us, and we'll see how it goes.
Oh, someone will.
Someone will. Everybody, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a little bit of a new camera setup going on today. How do you like it? I don't know if the colors are on point. I feel a little...
Now, I think it's better.
Is it better? I feel a little pale.
Earlier, it looked like we were sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We are not sick, everybody. It's just the lighting. New camera, new situation here, so hopefully it's we're trying to make a little...
The angle is also like from... down that.
I see. Okay. Anyway, you guys let us know. Do you notice it? Does it make a difference? Okay. Fading Glory Guy Denim and Fashion writes, if it's designed for 300 meters, it will never fail you at 30 meters. This is true. This is absolutely true. I still don't plan on going to 30 meters, but I think 30 meters is a little bit more plausible for most.
Yeah, I mean, you're not planning on...
If you're going scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
Yeah, I like staying near the top.
You don't even like the water, though. I think you would rather be dry.
I'd rather be dry. It's the hair. I don't like drying my hair. Yeah.
Maybe shave your head and you will be more active.
Perhaps. But I have too much hair and I don't like getting it wet and leave it alone.
Well, you just don't see the value in being in the water so much, maybe.
Yeah.
If the wet hair bothers you, then it's really not.
It's just it's an inappropriate time to have wet hair. You know, shower, understood. Leisure, I'm good. I can do other leisurely things. JC writes, raw denim watch straps with the leftover materials. Somebody's asked us about that before. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing about, like, you know, as much as I love denim, the thing about denim, like, things that are made out of denim fabrics that are not jeans or jackets or shirts and stuff like that, tends to be not the best. Or tote bags are good, but, like, I don't know. It's not. It just has a. I don't know. It's not the best.
Okay.
Things that are like meant to be made with leather, that are made with denim, I would much rather have it in leather.
Okay.
I think.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Watch straps. We'd have to see. I think if we sold watches on Tate and Yoko, maybe it would make more sense.
You can tell the
Timex, the Raised by Wolves Timex, that thing.
That was the first watch that we ever sold on.
Yeah, that's true. That we didn't get many of them, but they flew. That was a very popular item. Nicholas Vilper writes, my son has quite long hair too. Long hair boys club. I haven't cut my hair since 2008.
And it doesn't even grow anymore.
No, it's done. It stopped. You know what annoys me is that, like, this part of my hair doesn't get longer either. It just kind of grows to, like, this length, and then it stops. So, like, you always see me in videos where, like, this hair is just kind of floating around.
That's weird.
It's weird because you would think by this point it would be long enough that it could, like, hit my elastic, but it doesn't. And that's why this hair always floats around.
Wait.
It drives me nuts.
But it's not like your hair is not growing at all, right? Like,
No,
my
it
understanding
grows.
was that
It's
it
just-
grows, but it just gets, like...
Yeah, but certain
fall off.
hairs, I don't know, maybe there's zones in your hair. Like,
It's
this
not
hair,
growing.
it just, like, that's as long as that's getting, and then it falls out, right? So, like, once it hits a certain point, it falls out, and then it regrows, but it never gets longer than that point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you would think that all of my hair would be, like, super, super long, and most of it is, but this particular part, this part right here, it doesn't get long. It doesn't get, like...
I never noticed
Yeah.
that about you.
So you'll always see me in a video where, like, I try to tie my hair back and, like, comb it back or whatever, but I always get these, like, loose puffs like this, and I'm just like, it drives me crazy.
Maybe you need a bobby pin.
Maybe. Bobby, please bring me that pin. Cathedral Ring writes, trims help with hair growth. I think at a certain length it does, but at a certain length, your hair just says, that's it.
No, but I think it does help with, because it's like cutting like plants, right? Like it kind of makes them like
your hair is, there's no signal being sent like from the bottom of your hair that, like, oh, I'm shorter, it's time to grow. This is all dead. There's nothing. It's like your nails. They grow because they look like they grow because you cut them, but there's no signal being sent that, like, oh, time to grow.
I don't know. I mean, I just find it that it's like if you continue trimming, you would have more. I think first of all you would have healthier hair.
My hair's so healthy. It's the healthiest hair there ever was. This is number one hair. LC writes, what made you decide to keep your hair long? The thing is, I'm just on a run, and when you're on a run, you don't want to leave the run. You know, there just can't. I always had, like, long hair, like, to my shoulder, maybe to, like, my mid-back, but then it just kind of got to a point where I'm like, it's this long, I'm just gonna keep it. And then every now and then I think to myself, oh, maybe I should just, like, chop my hair to, like, my shoulders.
No. If you're gonna cut it, you're gonna cut it short.
Right. Like I'm telling you though, every now and then, like, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna buzz cut it, or I think to my shoulders, and then I figure, like, at least on my shoulders, I'll at least have long hair. But then I think, well, then I won't be able to tie a bun really good.
No,
and
but
then
like-
I'm just going to miss it. So, and it's going to take me forever to grow it back. So don't do it. And then buzz cut is just like, that's when I'm done. If I get a buzz cut,
That's when you become a different person.
yeah,
You're just completely a new person. If you want to be a new person, you do that. I think there is a benefit to cutting it. Maybe not like right on shoulder like mine, but like a little bit longer. So you can, because you don't wear your hair down anyways. So you have the same look when you tie your hair. For the most part, you just don't have the dangling long thing at the end. Which might help you with more, efficient showers.
yeah, takes me forever to wash this hair. All right, so there's some hair talk. I knew you guys were expecting that in this live stream. Now, we are getting to that point in the stream where we're going to ask you guys for a little favor. And that little favor is to hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, if you haven't done it yet, now's your time to do it. Gently tap, hit it hard, smash that like button. Your choice, and it goes a long way.
That's a long way.
So please do so. It helps other people find us, and join the raw denim community. All right. Rice W5 writes, I knew a girl who did that, had her hair below butt level, and had a buzz cut.
Jeez.
That's extreme.
That's very extreme.
Yeah, my hair is like to my butt, but
to the top of your butt.
Yeah. But it doesn't get longer.
No.
And every now and then I see somebody and like their hair is like really long, and I'm just like, wow.
Because they kept trimming.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let you trim my hair, and we'll see. It's not going anywhere. It's not happening. Richard Meza, buzz cut and add hair to some special edition Bahzad specials. That would be quite the special Bahzad special. The hair denim. We did see a deer hair denim.
I don't think that was denim.
Oh, it was like what was it more like? Like a felt? Like a Melton?
Like a Melton,
Yeah,
maybe.
but deer hair. My parents would always cut my hair around Christmas, so now I'm older, I let it grow. Yeah, my mom would cut my hair when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, your parents cut your hair once a year. That's
like it.
really cool.
Yeah. My mom would cut our hair. Yeah, my mom knew how to cut hair pretty good, so she'd always give us a haircut.
I got my bangs cut by my mom for the longest time.
Okay. Yeah, I think at one time I tried to cut your bangs.
Yes, that was not a success. For a while, I cut it myself, too. Because it's at the same time. Like, I had a short, like, above the eyebrow bangs. And, like, I couldn't just go to a salon every time. Like, I needed a cut, like, you know, every
week or
few
two.
weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Stephen Kopelcam writes, any chance the red core elephants by October 1st to go with my red boots for the Thunderdome?
Thunderdome.
I can't promise it.
But it's likely
Yeah.
we will have it out before then.
It's very likely. So I will push just for you. I will push that we'll get it out in time for that. Cathedral Ring writes, smashing like because the MIJ9s finally got a little discount and I picked them up. Now I've got the 7, 9, 10, 11, and 13s. That's right. If you guys don't subscribe to the Naked Famous Denim newsletter, you guys didn't know about the MIJ9 discount that we had on Wednesday for our 24-hour special. So if you guys do subscribe to our newsletter, every Wednesday you get a little exclusive deal that we don't advertise anywhere else. You're not going to hear us talking about it on Instagram, or it's not a a page that you can just click through on Tate and Yoko. We send you a link. It's a link, and you can get a deal every Wednesday. Not every week is the same deal, so it's always we always try to change it up. So subscribe, because you never know what you find in that email. Okay. Corey writes, some of us can't grow hair. Let's move on.
Sorry, we're very insensitive.
Sorry about that. I understand. The Raven, my mom went to school to learn how to cut hair, so I just get free pro haircuts. Well, that's pretty
awesome.
cool. That's pretty cool. Mic drop 37. Sorry, I know we're not moving on. Just the one last one. Mic drop 37. I grew out my hair to Jesus length, and it was gorgeous. Then I decided to cut it because I was broke. Because I broke my hand and had to shampoo my hair with one hand, and it was a challenge. Yeah, a one-handed shampoo is definitely not easy. I understand that situation. Okay. Guys, let's move on to some more denim-like topics. Today, we released the muchly anticipated. Let's go over to the website, the browser. The Craftsman Selvedge finally made its debut. Did you change that?
I changed it.
It's still true. It is still available Friday, May 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually we'll change it to available.
No, I changed it.
I believe you. I know you did, but the internet sometimes has a way of working itself. And it found its way to have the old label there. But still, the Craftsman Selvedge is available.
It is available
now.
Yeah.
A 9-ounce workwear style denim available in a bunch of fits, including the zip chore coat, which I know a lot of people have been waiting on. A beautiful fabric, and one of my favorite details. I think I have a pair right here. You what?
You did.
I did. There they are.
Yeah.
Bam, there they are. So, Craftsman Selvedge, available now, 9-ounce lightweight workwear style denim. And I think with the new camera, we can show off this awesome Selvedge ID with that dual, look at, oh yeah, it comes out great. You got that dual, uneven Selvedge ID here with the two lines on one side and all white on the other. Wow, the camera really picks this up quite nicely. And you can see that twisted yarn weft here on the inside. It's a mix of beige and black with the indigo here. It all looks quite beautiful in that classic blue workwear tone. So, Craftsman Selvedge available now. If you're looking for a great summer option, this is definitely one to consider. 9 ounces, but still very durable. Tight weave. And that tight weave, that 2x1 twill, allows for this denim to be a little less prone to snagging. It's got a little bit of a smoother surface texture because of it, but you still have this great hairiness here, which adds a lot of character to it as well. I'm just very impressed by this camera and how it's actually picking up even the hairiness of this denim. So now we're gonna get you a lot more quality here. The snowy fur is not included with your pair, but the samples that hit our home here definitely find themselves to be a little covered with snowy. What?
For all of you who are pet owners, I found the neatest little thing the other day. Here, this one is a tiny little lint roller.
Yes. We got this at Muji.
Yes. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Now I can take off snowy hair anywhere I go.
There you go.
It is
purse. Definitely a very useful item for pet owners out there. That's a big recommendation.
Yeah.
Right there. BD writes, it was nice to see them up close this week. All right. Mr. Lawmaster 101 writes, Wagwan Bahzad from Jamaica. Thank you very much. Are you actually tuning in from Jamaica, or are you just giving me some Toronto wagwan? For those people who don't know, wagwan is what's going on in Jamaican, and it is. There's this annoying thing going around on the internet now, for in the Toronto sphere of the internet, of like they call it Toronto mans, and it's kind of like this very amped up Toronto Jamaican accent that all the kids seem to be using, and I find it a little annoying. Mostly because I just feel like they're putting it on and it's not so authentic. But that's how the kids talk. That's how the kids talk now. But speaking of Toronto, somebody earlier in the chat was asking about a Toronto City Edition jean. I don't know if they heard the news, but it is certainly something we are working on, and we hope to have something out probably by next year. The Toronto Edition, the Toronto Mans. No, not the Toronto Mans jean. I'm trying to think of what to do for the leather patch. So that's anyway. I got to find the right artist and the right look for it. So
what is the Toronto? Like, if we were going with the New York City edition, the Montreal edition, like, what would be the girl?
I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I don't want to.
It's Toronto is like.
There's so many kinds of people in Toronto.
Yeah, it's hard to nail down.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a vibe like Montreal does.
Because there's different neighborhoods, a lot of different neighborhoods in Toronto, and you definitely feel like the people who hang out in different neighborhoods are very different. And
also, like, it's the same in New York City, but like at least in New York, you have the perfect girl figure, you know, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
But in Toronto, I guess there's nothing like that, huh?
Maybe. Ugg boots, Lululemon pants, a Canada Goose Chilliwack jacket, a Starbucks coffee cup. But that tends to be a lot of, I guess, the Chilliwack. It's the Uggs with the Lululemon pants. That is.
But it's just
that's a winter outfit,
right?
Yeah,
but it's not like a. I mean, I guess at this point it's a long-standing, trend.
Yeah,
but it's not like timeless.
I don't know. That one's stuck around for a while. I don't think that one's going away.
Yeah, but I mean, 20 years from now, I don't know if we're looking at the same girl.
I wonder.
And it's also not like only.
No, it's. I feel like it's a very Canadian, like, that's definitely a Canadian girl look. It's just leggings are popular with the ladies. Canada Goose is popular with everybody, and Ugg boots are popular with the ladies. Like, that it's an obvious combination.
Right. But like anywhere across North America, all the girls are walking around in leggings. So like, I don't really know if that's like a very specific thing. Right,
but I guess if they don't have winter, then their leggings are with athletic shoes and maybe an athletic top.
That's not true. I wore my Uggs the most when I lived in Southern California.
Okay.
It's just one of those things where it's like... And I'm also wearing like Ugg-style slippers now.
You know what I think it would be? I think the Cathedral Ring... sparked the idea. Cathedral Ring writes, topless raptor being harassed by a woman in a Maple Leafs shirt. I think it should be, obviously I cannot use a sports team on it, but maybe like a girl in a hockey jersey. Yeah, I think that would be the way to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, Toronto sports team. All right.
Maybe a baseball cap with.
Right, maybe a baseball cap. Yeah, I think it should be a sporty, right? And have like that's
actually great.
Sky Dome in the background with the CN Tower.
CN Tower, for
right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. That's exactly how to do it.
Because that's always going to be, that's timeless.
Yeah.
That's
baseball
forever.
cap girl, hockey jersey.
That's very, very much,
See, this is why we do it. This is why we do it. Maybe she should be eating poutine. Corey writes, poutine. It's very Canadian. That's more Montreal, I would say.
Also, like eating poutine is not a good look.
Not a good look. Cathedral Ring Toronto Tower has to be on it. Yeah, the CN Tower. That's our big tall building in Toronto. If you guys don't know about the CN Tower, CNCOWER. It is a giant pole in the sky.
It once was the tallest tower, right?
It once was the tallest freestanding tower in the world. Tout le monde. Hold on. I gotta find a good picture of it. It's hard to... I want that to be... There we go. So this is it. That's our CN Tower. And this is the Sky Dome. I refuse to call it what they renamed it to. I don't acknowledge it. If you're from Toronto, you know that this is the Sky Dome, and to hell.
What's in your name?
I don't know. But don't care. Doesn't matter. It's the Sky Dome.
I think you know.
I don't know. Why change a beautiful name like Sky Dome to something else? So that is the Sky Dome, and I would have this Toronto skyline in the background. We'll have to come up with the rest of the art, but I think that's the way to do it. Jordan writes, yes, it will always be the Sky Dome. That's right. When the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan clashed at WrestleMania 6, it was the Sky Dome. When Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Hulk Hogan clashed at WrestleMania 18, it was the Sky Dome. That's it. That just solidifies it. When Joe Carter hit that World Series winning home run in 92, it was the Sky Dome. Why are we messing with it? Why mess with success? Can you get away with a blue maple leaf embroidery? I don't want to dance with the devil. Let me put it to you this way. But we'll see. Bands Nabs writes, when will Montreal exclusive restock?
Are they sold out?
Are they? I don't know if we're sold out. Are you having... were you not able to get a pair? I don't know that we will be doing a restock on those anytime soon. But
I don't know the stock level at all.
Yeah,
that's a question for Tate Nyoko.
Yeah. Bands Nabs writes, Easy Guy 33. Maybe get the 34. If we don't have a 33, then check with 34. But yeah, it's not going to be restocked anytime soon. I can tell you that. Okay. BD writes them. Are you looking online or they're in store only? Yeah, they are. They're an in-store exclusive, so you can't buy them online if that's what you're looking at.
Maybe
that could be it. If you've been to the store and we don't have them, maybe try a different size. It's one size up might work just as well for you. But yeah, they're not available online. Okay. Daryl hands girl holding a bottle of maple syrup.
But see, like,
those are very Canadian tropes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we don't... We want it to be more Toronto rather than Canada, because we do have Montreal, we do have, we can build other cities, in the future. Yeah. So we don't want to take up all the Canadian things. Right. With this one. But I just, for 15-year anniversary, we did that girl with the
fur hat.
Yeah. And that looks very, Canadian. Canadian. And, so that was really good. And, in the future, maybe we can play with that kind of vibe. Yeah. But maybe more like a... Manitoba or some
yeah, if we did like a mount, I could see a lady mountie. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be very cool, actually.
Yeah, very, very Canadian, A lady mountie would be on a patch someday. I think that would be kind of cool.
That is very cool.
But yeah, Toronto, I think the sporty part I think because there's so many.
That's a great.
Toronto has baseball, it has hockey, it has soccer, it has CFL action like you would never believe. I mean, if you guys think the NFL is amazing, watch Canadian CFL, Canadian football. That's where all the real action is happening.
But without like being negative about it.
I'm not being negative about CFL.
I know, but I'm just gonna say that like it's the basic Toronto girls like are into sports. Like in my just general like view of that
Toronto loves their teams.
Yeah,
they love their teams and they love Drake.
Yeah,
that is.
And not only that, they love, like, I see, obviously, like, anywhere in any city you go to in North America, like, a lot of people do love their sports teams. Mm-hmm. But I do see that Canadian girls, just in general, especially Toronto, like, I feel like they're into sports more than, like, maybe an average girl in another city that has strong teams.
Right. So, I think that's the way to go about it. So we'll see. Now we just got to get the artist and make this all come together. Right. Do a Drake collab for Toronto. Smoke says, I'll give him a call. Let me just give Mr. Aubrey Graham a call. I got him here on my phone, and let's see what he has to say. I don't know if I have the power to make that happen. It hasn't gone full Canadian until a Trailer Park Boys collab drops, Cathedral Ring writes.
I've never watched that show. You've never watched it?
I've never watched an episode. I've seen clips and stuff. There's another show called Letter Kenny, which I've seen clips of, which also seems quite funny. But I've never watched like a whole episode of it. Mm-hmm. Degrassi Edition writes. Now, I've seen a lot of Degrassi, that's for sure. But yeah, the City Edition, that's gonna happen, and then after that we got to make another City Edition somewhere. We have to do. I want to call Jay. Maybe he's interested in a Seattle edition.
But one thing you think of when you think of Seattle is also that tower,
the needle,
Space Needle,
Space Needle. But they also have like their market.
Right.
I forget what it's called. But there's a very famous market there.
But they also have that grungy look that are very like identifiable as like
Northwest. Yeah. And like there's like a lot of hiking and like outdoor culture out there as well. So West Coast kind of feel.
Yeah.
So
Portland, in my opinion, would be more like outdoor camper kind of things, and Seattle would be more grunge in my head.
Yeah, sure. I would agree with that. Corey writes, Pike's Market. That's it, Pike's Market. I remember the first time I went to Seattle, I woke up really early to go, like, just take pictures, and I went down to Pike's Market, and I was just taking photos, whatever I was seeing, and an unhoused person approached me and was like, and I have my camera in my hand, they're like, do you want me to take your picture? And I'm like, I'm not gonna hand you my camera.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that's where it was going.
Yeah, and I was just like, I appreciate the gesture here. I'm weighing my options here, and
yeah, you can't be I don't know.
It's just, I was just like,
it's not the best thing to think of another person, but you also can't be a sucker.
Yeah, it looked a little sketch. Let me just put it to you that way.
I'm sure he was just being nice.
Right. And then I'm like, if you like, I could take your picture. And they're like, will you give me money? And I'm like, no.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, all right then. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be on my way.
That comment, yeah.
Just, unfortunately, we have no shortage of rough sleepers. Yeah, unfortunately. It was. I was like, just the idea that. Again, I'm seeing. Unfortunately, I'm seeing not the best in people when I thought that, but I was just like, I just shouldn't hand this camera over to somebody else.
To me, though, the comment of "Will you give me money?" Then otherwise
yeah.
no, makes me feel like maybe he wasn't like had.
Maybe they didn't. My suspicion was they didn't have the best intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been wrong, but I wasn't gonna take that risk.
Okay.
Yeah. Cameron Smith writes, leave the culture vulture off of everything. I'm not sure what you mean by that one. Elaborate. Akiko writes, LOL, what camera was it? At the time, it was my Sony, it was an NEX6. So, I mean, it wasn't the most expensive camera in the world, but it was still my camera. And it was new at the time. So, yeah. A. Morgan writes, did you mention in a previous live stream a darker version of the Ocean's Edge would be coming? Yes. There's something called the Deep Sea Selvedge, which is going to be like an indigo version of an Ocean's Edge. So we have that coming for fall winter 24. Fall winter 24. Okay. I'm not sure. Leonardo Roca writes, speaking of the Pacific Northwest, how do you feel about a Ship John collaboration? I hear that every now and then. Is it like a? I'm not too familiar with Ship John, to be honest with you. Every now and then I hear about it. Oh, there's a new Ship John thing. I feel like they're a brand that makes a variety of products, like flannels and boots.
Like a handcraft, like leather.
Oh, is it?
In the USA. Is this?
Maybe
it?
this is not it. I'm not sure.
This is also in Japanese.
So I guess that kind of answers that question for itself. As far as how I feel about it,
I think it is.
I don't know enough to have a strong opinion on it, but maybe I will look into it a little bit more. But collabs are these days. I prefer the kind of collab that is, the way we handle like movies and things like that. I prefer using a property that we can build new denim products on.
Yeah.
Like
doing a collaboration with another clothing brand.
Yeah.
Is obviously sometimes it's fun and interesting, especially if like that's our friend or something.
Yeah.
But it's harder because it's they have their own thing, we have our own thing, and we have to make something together.
That makes sense for. It has. I also feel like it has to bring people in. Mm-hmm. Like when you're doing like a brand collaboration, and you both kind of make the same products or a similar realm. It's it's hard to tell both stories at the same time.
And like obviously the fans of like our brand would like our fits because that's what they know, and the fans of their brand like their fits.
Like
it's a little bit harder.
Like for me, if it's a leather goods company, they make nice wallets or things like that. That could be because we make some leather things here and there, but we're not the masters of leather.
Mm-hmm.
We're not claiming that. Like so,
yeah.
If there was like some leather goods, like a really nice stuff, boots, I could see like that type of thing,
mm-hmm.
Or. Like when we make mugs, or I would like to make some headphones one day. If we made some Naked and Famous collab headphones. Get custom Naked and Famous color on some headphones. That would be cool.
Or like
right?
we do work with Upstate Stock making knit hats because that's what they do and they can do it really well.
Yeah.
And we did the indigo dyed
the
yarn.
recycled yarns. Yeah.
So it's kind of like best of both worlds. But we don't really step on their toes. They don't step on our toes. So I think that's a good collaboration.
Yeah. Or Casio, give us a call. We'll make that would be cool. I would do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I think you made that clear in this live stream.
I would do that. So yeah, those are the kinds of collabs I like. Yeah, if we can. I also, yeah, again, like if we were to do a headphone or a watch or something like that, where it's that company makes that thing, but now we can make like a Naked and Famous Denim edition of it. That would be, it's not something that they would make normally, and it's not something that we make normally. So it kind of, blends the two worlds together.
Beats by Bahzad.
Beats by Bahzad. Let me call up Dr. Dre, and we'll do it.
BBB.
BBB. Beats by Bahzad. Yeah, we'll do it. Sold. Cameron Smith, I would love a bright blue warp, white weft, Gary Kun denim. Oh, that's kind of funny.
Gary Kun, for those of you who don't know, are like popsicles.
Yeah.
That are very like crunchy, so very icy.
Yeah, and it has like a very bright blue color. So bright blue, and then I think it's like, is it white on the inside or is it just bright blue?
To be honest, I do not remember.
Yeah.
The last time I had something like that was probably when I was a child.
Yeah, but anyhow, it's I'm just thinking of it. Color-wise, it makes a good story. That's for sure. And then Cameron Smith writes, but I wanted to ask, what is one product you both wanted to do but haven't been able to do because it's outside the scope of Naked Famous / Wonder Looper? Like what kind? Maybe a watch, or like I probably again watch. Now that's just been on my brain this live stream, but headphones I've wanted to do. I thought that like Fostex makes a beautiful like wooden cup headphone, and I think if we made some like indigo dyed wood cup headphones, that would be really cool. That would be super cool. I don't know anybody at Fostex, so if the good people at Fostex are watching, give me a call. That would be that's a, or just make them. It doesn't have to be a collab. If you're watching, just make it. I'll buy it. But that would be something I think I would really like to do. I think that would be a cool collaboration item.
Yeah, I mean, something that I always like or interested that we haven't done. It's not like because it's outside of the realm of, like our worlds. But we just haven't gotten around to like real winter jackets. Like down jackets or something like that. I'm always interested in that, as well as like, sweaters. Like, my problem with, like sometimes with like winter collection or fall winter collection for women, for a while was that it's just like we don't, like as a regular like woman in this type of outfit world, I didn't really wear woven so much in the winter or the colder months, and so I wanted like more sweater, like knit sweaters, and we haven't really gotten around to doing that at all. But
snap button shirts. I think I would like a Western shirts, that kind of stuff. I would like to do. There's some stuff here and there that I definitely would like. NV writes Naked and Famous times Canada Goose. Yeah, I really would like to make that happen. One time, our good friend Daniel Carmen at Over the Rainbow tried to make that connection for us. Over the Rainbow, big. At one point, probably the biggest retailer of Canada Goose products in Canada. If not Canada, at least Toronto. They sold a lot. They had a giant Canada Goose section. I mean, everybody went there to buy their Canada Goose. And so they had a good relationship with the family, and they tried to make that connection for us. It's just at that time, they said that they were working on a collaboration with a different denim company, the big one. You guys know the big one, the big boy. And they said it didn't make sense to make another one. But that was in a fantasy world that happened, in an alternate parallel universe that happened. At that time, because we were very interested in the idea of making a down jacket, we approached another manufacturer of down jackets in Canada. I'm going to tell the story because it's a hilariously stupid story. And so I reach out to them, and they seemed keen on this idea. And so they were a manufacturer. They had a factory. They had their own brand also. And so I'm like, okay, perfect. Like, we could. I'm not going to name the brand. We can make this collaboration happen, right? So we send them the fabric. They make the sample. I think that jacket is in the warehouse somewhere still.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's either there or somebody bought it, and I'm like, we shouldn't have sold it to that. Anyhow, we made the sample, and so when you're doing manufacturing, you ask them for the cost, and they're like, here's the cost. Great, you gave me the cost. Everything makes sense for us. This everyone's gonna make some money. We're all good. Okay, so I get the cost. I start taking a few orders. I submit the order, and they're like, okay, great. And here's the price. And I'm like, what do you mean? Here's the price. I asked you for the cost, and you gave me the cost. And they're like, no. I gave you our cost. Like, this is how much it costs us to make the jacket. I'm like,
why do we?
I'm like, I don't care. When I ask you for the cost,
it's our cost.
What are you charging me? How much am I paying you for this jacket? It doesn't make sense for you to tell me your cost. I'm not interested in your cost. I mean, it's kind of interesting to know.
It's interesting, but nobody ever tells you the exact cost of the supplier.
And so I'm like, we have orders, we have all this stuff, and I'm like, we cannot go forward based off of your now price, right? Because it doesn't make sense for anything. And anyhow, that project went. Yeah. But that was the weirdest thing I had ever experienced in production. Mm-hmm. Somebody was like, "Yeah, I gave you my cost." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Huh?
Nobody also, like, I've never had like anybody even disclose a cost.
No.
Like actual cost to them.
Yes. So that was definitely weird, and since then we've never pursued making jackets. Though I'm sure we have. I don't know. I know that back in the day, one of our factories used to make down jackets. So, I mean, we're talking the 90s. So it's been a long time since they made any down jackets, but they used to. Anyhow, I don't know. Maybe it's something that'll happen down the road, but it's going to be a lot more. The thing with down jackets is they're a lot more technical.
Especially now, like everybody expects it to be more technical.
Yeah. And I think you have to make a very competitive price on a down jacket made in Canada. You're still looking at like retail is going to be high hundreds or even like low thousands.
And another thing is like, jeans, for instance, there's still a lot of things that are made that are much cheaper, but we can sell our products at our price because we do something different than a lot of people, a lot of brands. Whereas down jacket, I don't know if there's so much, like, our strength is to design like fabrics, like sell the fabrics. It's hard to do with the down jackets.
Yeah, it would be not our strength.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd have to have the right team involved in making that jacket. Somebody with a lot of experience in that realm.
Right.
So
maybe it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Brian writes, you guys should do something crazy with Supreme. They've done some wacky denim stuff, maybe some inside out with fully exposed vulgar Selvedge style ID. Let me just give him a call. I appreciate it when people make these kinds of suggestions, but you have to understand that it's not something that I have a lot of control over, especially with a brand like of that magnitude. That's a LVMH brand. That means they're owned by Louis Vuitton. Okay, they come to you. I don't go to them. They're not gonna. We would have to make so much noise in the fashion world for them to even come, have that idea. Now, that's not like we operate a store in New York. We're around, we're in Soho. So it could be one day there's an employee there who's like, oh, I really like these jeans. And that idea floats its way up to the top. But those are things that it's not something that it's like, hey, I'm going to just give these guys a call and see if that can happen. Like, the idea of us making headphones is a lot easier than, some kind of, brand, making a collaboration with a brand on that level.
Especially because,
maybe 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Because, both sides has to bring something to each other in order for that to be mutually beneficial, and I don't think we can bring that much same amount of something to the table as Supreme can.
Yeah.
That's not to say our stuff is not it's not something that is out there and very unique and all of that. It's just that I don't think they would see it that way.
Yeah. So who knows? They gave us a call. We certainly consider it. Nick Carpenter writes, Schott and Supreme have a great relationship. Yeah. Well, Schott, as you know, Schott has an amazing reputation for leather jackets. They make leather jackets in America, and if you're gonna make leather jackets in America, who better than Schott? And I would say that relationship has been there together for a very, very, very long time before the current state of Supreme. And Supreme, they not that I'm a Supreme expert or anything like that, but sometimes they do these oddball collaborations. But I think it goes one way. When they call you respond, right? Yeah. It's not like, I'm sure everybody and their every little streetwear brand in the world is like, oh, I gotta get a Supreme collab. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Right, to get on the map, but they're not. It's like everybody with their own little T-shirt and logo brand. They're probably sending them emails every single day. I had a friend who they worked for a pretty high level designer brand. She does sales for them, and it's one of the biggest, well known brands. And it's not. She tells me our team isn't as big as you think. She's like, it's a very, very small team. And she's like, we have a marketing / press office, and she's like, it's literally a room with a telephone that nobody picks up. She's like, it's on purpose. It's like this conceptual, we don't answer anybody. You call us, you send us an email. There is a room for it. There is an office for it. But it is like a piece of art. That is just there to be yeah, we don't answer. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah. Nick, maybe the good people at Supreme. You tell them.
Yeah, if it was going to work, it would be something like that, where we have a relationship with somebody who have a relationship with somebody, and they're just, maybe you can hype it up for us.
There you go. We'll do a triple collaboration. But yeah, that sometimes, like you said, that's exactly how it works. Somebody knows somebody and says something to someone. We've certainly been involved in some projects for, things I actually can't say that have found. You know, we might have done the production for it. It wasn't like a collaboration, but we might have done the production for it because we worked with somebody one time at one company, and then they moved over to some other company, and they're like, oh, I know somebody who can do this, who can handle this for us, and then we'll do the production, or they set it all up. But yeah,
100%.
But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Yeah, and it also circles back to the beginning of this live stream with the Russell Westbrook thing, right? Like, it's not like we called Russell Westbrook.
Right. Barney's and Russell Westbrook and Barney's came together, and we had a great relationship with Barney's, and then Barney's went to us and said, okay, we want you to be a part of this. Right. And so that's how that all came together. So yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, Jeremy Didson, MIJ next week, right? Not next week, but the week 17th. After. January, May the 17th. Right. May 17th, MIJ 12. So starting on the 13th, you'll start to see us doing a little bit more promo pushes for that video and social media content. Let me get the gene. Oh, now you guys can see it in great detail. Oh, look at that. Oh, look how slubby that is. It's in HD quality now. So you can see just how beautiful and slubby it is. And just that slight hint of green that you can see for now, but it will become more evident with wash and wear. Oh, I love this camera. It's doing the God's work. And you can see just how beautifully textured.
Looks a lot warmer.
Yeah, maybe I have to get the lighting and like the white balance right, but you can see it is a very, very textured, slubby denim, and I'm very much looking forward to the release of this guy. It's been a long time coming. That beautiful embroidery here as well. So the MIJ 12 coming out May 17th. True Guy edition will have embroidery and not embroidery. There will be two options for this detail.
So we're dealing with making the inventory separated, and it would be a separate product on the website or even in store, I guess.
Yeah.
But so just pick the side, and whichever you want to get, you go to that product page. So there will be two listings of True Guy. Just make sure you know which one you want, so there is no surprise.
Yeah. So this will be the first MIJ edition that you can get without an embroidery. It was a little bit of an oopsie on our side, but
I'm happy to announce that all of our retail partners who are getting MIJ 12 are getting ones with embroidery, as promised. And our New York City store also has just the embroidery one. Yeah. There's only not that many quantities. It's
like 40 pairs, something like that.
Yeah. 45 maybe. Yeah. That don't have the maple leaf embroidery.
Yeah. So if you want a rare pair of MIJs, you can get them on Tate and Yoko without the embroidery.
No, this is not a red cast.
No, it's a green casted denim.
Yeah. It's hard to see.
Yeah. Our lighting is we're making small incremental improvements here. One day we'll have a.
Yeah, we don't even know if this is what people are seeing.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this is going to be coming out soon. And it'll be available in the denim jacket, the trucker style denim jacket, as well as the heritage denim jacket. If you watched This Week at Tate and Yoko, the last episode, Garrett is looking pretty handsome wearing the heritage jacket in that video. So I guess they've started teasing it a little bit more. You'll see a little bit more in next week's episode as well, and you'll be able to get these on the 17th. Okay, Raphael MC writes, I thought Bahzad and Westbrook used to ball together. Yep, it's true. We
best friends.
Best friends, just for best friends forever. And
that'll be a odd combo of people.
Yeah, just hooping it up together, winning Between me and him, I mean, how many championships do we have?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Several. So, you know. Yeah. Ariel writes, prices on the Day of the Dead and the Shinigami when they come out. Wearing my Goku Super Guys at work with the Naked Famous Denim keychain in the coin pocket for good luck. Risa's going to check that out right now. We're going to get you the prices on the Day of the Dead, the Dia de los Muertos, Selvedge, and the Shinigami that are going to be coming out in the fall. I don't have samples of those here to show off, but just know that they are coming. They are coming. Okay. Is size 36 True Guy in that 40 pair count without the embroidery? Oh, is there a size 36 in the without the embroidery?
I think so. I think we are missing a size, but I don't think it was the
You don't think it was the 36?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me first check the prices before I forget, and then I can.
Then Risa's gonna get us the size availability. So.
Okay, Shinigami Selvedge.
Yeah.
The U.S. dollar price is $216.
Okay, pretty good.
Dia de los Muertos U.S. dollar price is $199.
Under $200 for the Dia de los Muertos. $199. All right, so there you go. So $219 for the Shinigami, the heavyweight big slub, the reincarnation of the Akuma and the Trunks denim now back in the regular Naked Famous Denim collection, and the Dia de los Muertos, $199. The Upland Mexican cotton, premium Mexican cotton, Selvedge denim with the Sarape stripe Selvedge ID. When I have some samples to show you, you will see those in real life. The Selvedge ID on them looks amazing. I'm very excited for this one. You know, I had a lot of fun designing, I didn't design the leather patch, but, working with the designers to put that leather patch together. I think I can tease that one also. While I look for that, Risa, do you want to let us know about the production?
Yeah, so the True Guy MIJ 12, no embroidery edition, will have 36. We are missing 38. We're not going to have 38 or 42 or 44. But we do have anything between 28 and 36 and also 40.
Perfect. Okay, let me find the is it here? Flashers? No, it's here. Oh wow, actually I have the photos of the jeans too.
Of course we do.
Yeah, I guess that was silly that we didn't. That I thought that we didn't. Hold on, it's going to take 1 second here to load. Let's get that here, and let's get that here.
This might have been the most popular fabric during the booking season with our retail partners. Do you think?
It was definitely up there. People loved it, and you're gonna see why. If I can get everything to load properly. No, that shouldn't load there. Hold on 1 second. See, I should have these things preloaded, but
we didn't know.
I didn't know.
We're gonna go.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the AI file. Where is there a PDF?
This is a PDF.
Yeah, but it's not like a regular PDF.
Is it not?
No, it is not. That's the thing. Vector. Okay, I can't show you the pocket flasher because it's not loading. But
we showed this before.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the jean. So this is the fabric. Let's run up on that Selvedge ID so you guys can see it here. Okay, let's take a look at it together. Let's go to the mall, everybody. Shout outs to anyone who knows of that reference. Okay, let's do it. So browser window, check out that Selvedge ID. So this is actually the left and the right part of the Selvedge ID kind of put together, sandwiched together to get the full blanket striped effect going on here on the coin pocket. And you can see it here on the Selvedge cuff itself. So you've got that beautiful multicolor range going through here on the edges, and that's when you have your cuff flipped. And then on the coin pocket, we put them together here, so you have a kind of a double Selvedge ID coin pocket. And the denim itself, very, very classic dark indigo. So this is something you're going to be able to wear every day, a very easy daily driver. And let's get close on that leather patch. You can see here the skeletons having a great time here.
This is a great leather patch.
Beautiful patch.
Yeah.
And it's gonna patina so nicely. And I just once this like really, really darkens up, it's gonna be even better. You're gonna have to get a little package of bee seal from us at the little leather wax conditioner when you buy these, because this is something you're gonna wanna preserve and age beautifully. So this is coming out this fall. It should be for October.
Hopefully.
I think people are gonna like these.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna like these. I think the audience here has had a great response.
Yeah.
But
the beauty is that, like, it might be very popular, but it's going to be available from a lot of our retail partners too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to see it in person in your neighborhood, or if you want to just have the option of buying from not from our website or whatever,
mm-hmm.
like you have a lot of options.
Yeah. What is the weight on these? If I remember correctly, 12 and a half. 12 and a half. So very, easy to wear weight for everybody. Mm-hmm. We wanted to make a very approachable denim with this one, and just add a little bit of spice, so to speak.
You can even wear it in Mexico.
There you go. No, there are no restrictions on that. The Dia de los Muertos, our new kind of holiday celebration edition denim. This is going to be a recurring style, so something that comes out every fall, and then we will update the leather patch on these. It might be possible, I wonder, every time if we do a production, if we change the blanket colors, the Selvedge ID colors. That could be something.
Yeah.
Just an idea here. So that will be coming. That'll be coming soon. I'm just gonna try and load this one more time. Nah, it doesn't want to load. Okay, that's okay. I'll show you the pocket flasher next time. All right. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Snack time.
Okay.
We've got a great snack time today. It is a mystery. We're gonna build on that mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Let's.
Okay.
Snowy, I'm gonna go get it. Okay. Snowy is going to chill here with Mama.
All right, let's hang out here. Is black in the lineup? Please don't make us wait till the 13th iteration. The concept of this is that we would have the same fabric, very versatile 12.5 ounce indigo denim fabric. We just changed the leather patch art, just like we do with Chinese New Year Selvedge. So we don't necessarily are planning on making a black version like of the other Los Muertos jeans, but I mean, if it's successful, maybe we could do like a brother version at some point.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I think somebody was asking about black heavyweight denim, and that will be the Shinigami that's coming soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in the fall.
Yeah. Mitchell writes, Wabash or Hickory Western shirts in the future. Western shirts probably not, but Wabash or Hickory stripe, I will say that likely in the future.
Yeah.
It's something we were, during this last kind of factory tour that we 2 weeks ago, we were doing a lot of production meetings with the mills, and it was something that we were on the lookout for.
Yeah.
So you will see something like that. I'm not going to say immediately, but it is something it is in our minds to bring out. So yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's talk
All right.
about snack time.
Kalbi potato chips. これは何味? Which means, what flavor is this?
What flavor is this?
So this is a mystery flavor potato chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
so
a Don Quixote exclusive?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
It does have the Don Quixote little penguin guy on here. And it says it's a second edition, so they have done this before.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew that. But
So a retailer exclusive bag of chips. The Don Quixote is kind of like weird Walmart.
yes.
How do we call it? Weird
Very
Walmart.
Japanese take on Walmart.
Yeah.
I guess.
When you Garrett is gonna launch his Japan trip video, and there's a portion of it where we take him to Don Quixote, and you're gonna see how crazy that store is.
Yeah. So now here, it's not actually completely like we're not in the complete darkness. It says that the very appetizing smell and the saltiness is there, and also this is something that you would see often at yakiniku restaurants. So I don't know.
I'm gonna go with beef tongue. I don't even know, but I'm thinking it's beef tongue.
I don't know. I'm gonna go in not have any
No jaded, nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna find out
Okay.
with my tongue. All right.
Okay.
It looks very normal.
No, that camera.
No, this camera.
There we go.
Sorry. Yeah, normal, regular colored,
Chip.
rich chips.
Well, you gotta take a sniff.
It smells like a barbecue yakiniku restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that the sauce,
Right.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's. I'm trying to look for the best chip here. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at that chip. That is a.
What is the best chip? Like a good sized chip.
Yeah, good sized chip. Salted well.
It has a little bit of like a green things like seaweed bits. So who knows? It has a seaweed taste.
I have no idea what that is. Like, if they didn't tell me yakiniku restaurant, I also probably wouldn't think Japanese barbecue immediately. Not immediately, but
I feel like this smell is the yakiniku
sauce.
Yeah.
It just.
It's got a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, I would just say like
soy sauce.
Yeah, I would say like soy sauce and sweetness is what I'm getting. But yeah, I guess it's yakiniku sauce.
But would they say that if it was yakiniku sauce? I don't know.
It's good. At the very least, it is good. It is appetizing.
Is there a way for us to find out?
We don't know. So,
It was the answer was announced on
Twitter.
March 14th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
We're way behind that.
Okay, so we're gonna. You guys can QR code it too. Here you go.
Ah. Okay, this is difficult. I think especially for you, you might not understand it.
Okay.
Okay, so the answer was choregi sarada aji, which is the salad that you know that like the green leaf that you sometimes use to like
Garnish?
like wrap the meat and
Oh,
eat it with.
yeah.
Like I think usually they use that kind of lettuce, whatever that is, and they put the seaweed and like very Korean flavored dressing on it.
Okay.
And I don't know if they call that in Korean too, but in Japan we call it choregi sarada, and I think that's a maybe type of salad that they kind of like
That's a very random flavor.
Yeah, but see the seaweed was the one that was just I was not sure about because I saw it and I tasted it, but
okay. Well, if you happen to spot these if you're here in Japan, if you're visiting, or you happen to find them at your local Asian grocery store, try it for yourself and taste it and see if it does in fact taste like what Risa said, because I don't think I can repeat that. There you go.
Yeah, so it's like I guess it like the thing doesn't inside it doesn't necessarily need to be that specific letters. It's just any letters.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it's like a little bit of sesame oil.
Yeah, I could taste the sesame oil. Yeah.
I think that makes it taste also a little bit more Korean.
Okay.
But it does definitely have the seaweed. I think that's
Okay, Risa, what's the Japanese word of the week? What is this salad called?
Choregi sarada.
Say it again.
Choregi sarada. I don't even know if this is a very Japanese pronunciation. I don't know what the Korean word is for this.
This is the Japanese word of the week. So choregi sarada.
I thought though I think a good word to learn is nani aji, what flavor.
Okay.
Maybe that's a better one.
So 2 words to improve your Japanese vocabulary.
Nani aji, and
Nani aji.
Yeah.
Nani means what?
Yeah.
Aji
means
flavor
or taste. So what does it taste like?
Aji no mono.
Ajinomoto.
Ajinomoto is
the MSG powder. Yeah. So ajinomoto is basically like the source of the flavor, like flavor maker.
So nani o aji.
Nani aji.
Nani aji.
Yeah.
Nani
or
aji.
nan no aji.
Nan no aji.
Asking
Nan no
somebody.
aji.
Okay, this is a way to complicate. Nani aji, I think, is the word of the day. So what flavor?
Right.
Yeah.
What flavor? So there you have it, everybody. Nani aji. We've got the mystery chips. I'm giving these a 6.8 out of 10.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
was going to go like mid the 7s, like 7.4. I like this chips.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
They taste good. I would say where they lose marks is, now that I know the flavor, it's fine. But I wouldn't risk, if I was really in a snack bind, I'm not going for mystery flavor.
That's true.
I'm going for what I want, what I know. So you lose a little points on that. But if you announce the flavor, maybe you would get a little bit more there. So check them out. It's the new Calbee mystery flavor Nani Aji. Nani Aji chips. There you go. Use the word of the day. Everybody, we're going to wrap it up right here. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button before you leave. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and join the Naked Famous Denim family. If you've got any questions for us, leave them in the comments section below. You guys know that we like to interact with you, whether it is here in the chat or in the comments later on. And I guess we're going to leave it there. We'll be back again next Friday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Naked Famous Denim YouTube channel. Have yourselves a nice evening. Do something nice for yourselves and do something nice for somebody else.
Well, have a nice weekend, everybody.
All right.
Thanks
See you next
for
time.
hanging out.
All right. Bye, everyone.